All right, so the last step of this is making sure everything's sealed. Make sure that if you're gonna put a wet drink on here, it's not gonna damage the wood. So we have this really nice spray-on polyurethane, and it's a clear satin, and I think this one is also clear satin, or clear matte actually. But all we're gonna do with this stuff is we're gonna spray it on, and it's a quick dry, still a couple hours long or so, but we're gonna use this to make sure that it protects your project, okay? So we're gonna be outside when we do these things, and nice weather like today, it's easy. If it's cold, we gotta deal with it. But we wanna make sure that we lay these out on something that doesn't get damaged. We just have a chunk of scrap wood. Usually we'll have cardboard or some drop cloths or something as we do big projects. So I'm just gonna lay these down on this piece of wood. And as you can see, I'm kind of tilting them just so that they're off a little bit and they're still kind of protected. Now when you're spraying this, we're gonna wear glasses just to make sure we're safe. You kind of have to shake it up for a good couple minutes. I did a little bit again before this video, just so the video isn't too long. And then when we go to spray this, you're just gonna go, I don't know, what'd you say, 6-8 inches above it? Yeah. Okay. Mr. Harris nodding behind the camera. 6-8 inches or so we can get a nice clear finish on it. Now for the intent of this video, we're just going to do one side. Once it's dried, and it may take a few hours, or this stuff is actually pretty quick, it may not take too long. Before the end of class, you could flip them over and spray them again, but you want to make sure that it gets on there and it holds well. Sometimes after you spray this, you may get some bubbles, you may get something on the wood. We can always wipe it off with a quick rag to make sure it's smooth, because however it looks on there, streaky or not, it's going to show up like that forever. So you always want to get all those imperfections out of the way before you finalize it. So now that I've shaken it up, I'm going to spray it on. Actually, the wind's blowing this way, so I'm going to move forward. So just a nice layer. Doesn't have to be heavy. Little dab will do ya. Okay, so now they're all sealed. You can kind of see it on there, and by not being too close to it, it doesn't get too thick on there. So we'll wait a while, we'll flip them over, we'll make sure they're all good. I check them as I'm looking. They're not thick, no bubbles, everything looks smooth. We'll flip it over later, and we'll finish it off, and your project is done at that point. Once everything's dry, you can assemble it together and take it home. Thanks for going through this project.